I have been feeling like I've been slaving away at work, and at the same time, it's a decently straightforward and now pretty mundane job. And I've noticed a cycle where I've worked so many jobs, and after around a year and a half, 2 years mark, I start getting frustrated because it becomes very repetitive. There's a level of excitement of a new thing, and then also like the stress, anxiety, or like whatever word you want to put there for like, oh, like, am I gonna do well at this? Can I tackle these tasks and stuff like that? And then it becomes repetitive. The problems become similar, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. And how I try to challenge it is try to do a completely different thing, and because I'm pretty good at editing videos and taking videos and like coming up with ideas, and I've been doing that, but I'm also not getting paid for it, so it kind of takes away, which is also fine. Like if you're offering, no one is asking for it, and you're offering just for my own mental health to do something different, to do the videos for the business. And I've been doing it for like a month. But then also I can do my own videos here and there when I have time, instead of doing it for them. So I'm at this like frustration level point where I think a lot of people are at with their jobs. Maybe it goes beyond the job. But anyway, and the only thing that keeps me sane is my understanding of my 6 whys, the 12 spheres of life that we're going through. No matter you love your job, you hate your job, you're in between. Sometimes you love it, sometimes you hate it. And no matter where you are, what you do, how much, how little you have, whether you have everything under control, nothing under control, some things under control, whether you don't like the word control, whether you like the word control, whatever it is, everyone is going through these 12 spheres of life. And I'm going to be sharing them more and more because they keep me breaking this wooden fork apart and knowing the 12 spheres of life, my 6 whys, and just bits and pieces of like certain life frameworks that I am going to share, because I always remind myself of those frameworks and they help me to go through different moments in my life. And if they help me, they will help at least one person. And the whole point of these YouTube channel videos, and like really any other social media post that I do, is just to share that. And that's it, man. And also for my kids to see it eventually, once they're like old enough to go through the same or other problems, and they're gonna see their dad thought about these things, and maybe there's a view there that they might not be fully listening right now because of like age and how they're going through life, and it's totally fine. As the third sphere of life teaches us, kids need to go beyond what the values their parents provide to them, and they need to seek out and search for new information, and that's how families evolve, that's how life evolves, that's how humans evolve. So as parents, we can give them as much as we can, our own values, our own understandings, but they have to, and it's good for kids to go out and seek new information, ask new questions that I have and my wife and their grandparents have not asked, maybe. And maybe I'll share the 6 whys right now, because I'll be coming back to these points here and there in between other random videos. The whole point of this sharing, making videos, is to get these 12 spheres of life across to people who might benefit from it. My 6 whys begin when I was 7 years old. My dad, we moved from Kazakhstan to Israel, and my dad had to go back to Kazakhstan because he's like, okay, we don't like it here in Israel. I didn't know that. I just like, oh, I'm going to school, new place, whatever. But he had to go back to Israel, to Kazakhstan from Israel, because the whole reason why we left Kazakhstan is because the Soviet Union collapsed and the jobs were not secure, like everything was going bad. So my parents leave, and then we were staying in Israel for a little bit, and then my dad gets a call from friends and like, oh, things are picking up back in Kazakhstan. We are opening a business, we're opening a grocery store, like come back and see, like it's picking up here. So my dad goes to check it out, but when my dad leaves, me as a 7-year-old, my dad is like a big piece of my world. Like it's as a 7-year-old, you feel like, what is happening? This is a big chunk of that security of life. That's how you treat your parents. If your parents are loving and attentive to you, that's how you treat your parents. And I was like a little bit, I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, how long is he gone for? Is he gone forever? Is he coming back? All those thoughts. And those thoughts were quick. They were not I fell asleep basically. So as a kid, like, yeah, you worry, but then you fall asleep. But at the same time, when I asked that question, how long is he going to be away? I thought and felt, what would there be if nothing existed? Like my dad felt like the world to me, right? So, but then if he's gone, what else is there? And yes, my mom is there, and my brother, my cousin at the time, my grandparents, we all lived in one apartment, all 9 of us, I think. But for some reason, I had that question too. What would there be if nothing existed? And that, as a kid, asking that question, it takes you like, you haven't been schooled in science and all those things, math and like logic, all of that. As a kid, that becomes like a very emotional, non-intellectual, experiential question. That's what it is. And it's pretty cool to have that experience. And I felt like I was flying into something that will maybe provide me answer. And then eventually I forgot about it. And then that experience, I read it in people who meditate. And that's the whole point of meditation, is to ask a certain question ultimately, and then just sit there trying to seek the experiential answer, not through words, not through books, not through external means, but like go within internally. And that's what I did as a 7-year-old. And especially when you don't have strong opinions of how the world works, what our planet is, everything that they're teaching in school, which is supposed to help you in real life, which I think now they're not even doing that much. But that also could be a certain hindrance into these meditative states of being. So if you have kids, don't overemphasize their academic stuff. Their brain will develop and they'll pick it up more and more. Keep them more into this emotional storytelling wavelengths, or whatever it's called. And it's fine for them to be bored. It's because they'll ask questions. And those questions at that age, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they will be on a deeper level, not on a logical level. As they grow up, they'll be influenced by logic too, and that'll be a nice balance. But for kids, let them explore like the infinite creativity of life. And so that question stuck with me forever, up until now. That's what I seek to answer in meditation. What would there be if nothing existed? And had certain different experiences But I think just that question, and then realizing that people who meditate ask those questions, kept me open to the practice of meditation. And I'm super glad that I had that question and that I am open to the practice of meditation. The practice of meditation that is beyond just like, oh, what are the physical benefits or mental benefits of meditation? I don't care. That question and what that provided me when I was 7 years old, 6 years old, 7, that feeling that I had that I'm going on this deep internal journey for a few seconds, proved to me that, wow, there's something to meditation, which I didn't know up until probably around age 16 is when I realized, oh, that experience is a meditative experience. It's pretty cool. Shall we keep going on my 6 whys of why I do, what I am interested in, what I'm interested in? Another big reason, 6, why, my strong why that provides me and gives me energy is the idea that life cannot be about survival and procreation. So there must be something beyond that. Even though like most of our lives, it's all about surviving better, creating better. If you listen to Joe Rogan, he constantly, a lot of times says like, he's like, I think the whole point of this human creature is about making things better, evolving, making new things, better and better things. And to me, that's still survival. No matter how better our tools are, it's all just about survival. And it's great. It's needed. It is part of our life. But I don't think mentally, spiritually, whatever our consciousness, our state, our being, our wonder of life should be solely focused on that level. And I think there is something to us being able to explore life and understand life beyond survival. And that goes into like maybe psychology, philosophy, and having meditative practices and meditative experiences that help us to experience life beyond survival and procreation. Procreation and survival are the same things, right? Survival of our species is procreation. And just that wonder and that idea and sense of potentially it's not just about survival and procreation, then what is beyond that? And that unknown keeps me like interested in life. That's part of my 6 strong whys. And then another one is strong why is how much I hated school. I hated school so much that when my dad would say, oh, you say that right now, but then once you grow up, you'll say schooling and that school period you're gonna think of it as the best period of your life. And I don't think that. That's how much I hated school. He was wrong on that. I still hate that period of my life. I did not want to go to school. I'd much rather would have worked somewhere. I've learned way more from my parents, from my grandparents, and at work than I did in school. And that's just me. And I guess another strong why in there is that I would love to have some kind of an input on the way education systems are being done and have this 12 spheres of life somehow brought into schools. Who closed this? I closed it. My gosh, am I weak? That's my 3 whys so far. I'm really taking my time in these YouTube videos. This is long form, unedited. That's what I need to be doing. I can't rush these. These are not clips. This is you spending time with me on my pace. And hopefully taking some value from it. So another why, strong why, is my understanding that any technological advancement, coming back to the survival and procreation, anything that we do, the level of our consciousness, how we view life, how we view others, will depend on what we will create, what we will produce and engineer. Right now, there's humanity going through this AI stuff. Our level of understanding of life, each other, our goals, all those people that are working on AI, their level of consciousness is gonna dictate how much of a benefit that tool will be to everybody, or it'll be crappy. And in reality, it's gonna be a little bit of both, because that's what history shows, that it's not gonna be perfect. And some people are gonna be greedy, and some people will misuse it because that's what it is. But probably in general, it will improve a lot of things, and then up to the point of full-on destruction, like Oblivion or Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, the Final Reckoning showed how, like, this is very close to a thing, a creature that will possibly come close to destroying everything super fast. But again, it's very important to understand what our consciousness is like, what our mind state is. And you can feel that in, like, if you have a bad day, if I have a bad day, I feel like destroying everything. And it's so easy to, like, snap into that mode, right? So easy. Even though I might understand things and I have kids, a wife, it's so easy to fall into this, like, negative spiraling. But because I know these 12 spheres, and, like, it really helps me to snap back into doing the right good thing. And that's the battle. It's the battle of good and evil, maybe. But again, the more we focus on the good, the quality of the things that we create to survive and procreate and travel and explore, the better that engineering will be. It's like a knife. If our consciousness is for the greater good, then we're gonna use a knife for cooking food for others. If not, you know what the other part is. And then also, time, place, and circumstances are very important for everybody, right? And it's something that maybe is uncontrolled and not up to you for a certain period of time. Or if you believe in past lives, maybe it is up to you. Maybe we chose the time and place, circumstances that we're born in, and what we're gonna go through in general, at least maybe in our childhood, right? So those things, like me being born as a Russian in Kazakhstan, then living in Israel, a very different culture completely. Then coming to live in Canada, learning another language again. And for my parents, especially in their late 30s, they had to immigrate twice. I feel like I'm super grateful for my parents for doing that, because I would have been stuck in a certain mindset state in Kazakhstan, and that's not necessarily bad. Some people do very well there, but I feel grateful for my parents that they've left, and they showed me 3 very different parts of the world. How USSR was, how Israel was, how Canada is. I'm pretty grateful that I've seen such different cultures, such different places to live in. And no matter where you are, that has an effect on how you see life, how you go about life. And so why I said that to some extent, maybe it wasn't controlled of what I'm interested in is based on time, places, and circumstances that I've been raised in. But that also means choose the time. You have time. If we don't have anything else, at least we have some time to find within our day to change certain situations, circumstances, to create new circumstances and place. We can move. My parents are a pure example of that. Their circumstances in their place were bad at that time. They moved. They changed their circumstances. They changed their place of living. And it took time to achieve that. It took time to develop a new life. But your time, place, and circumstances can be changed. And the last thing that gives me a strong why is no matter what job I did, and at some point I went back and tried to remember how many jobs I did. There were over 20 different jobs. But at the end, what I've learned is that there's always someone who absolutely loves the job that you think who would even want to do this. I've worked so many jobs that why I don't want to do this, and there's a person beside me working the job and they're absolutely happy doing it. They do the job, they go home, they love it. They love that balance. I get super tired of that. I need to learn something new. And some people love even factory jobs that I've did that are super hard, long hours, maybe night shifts. Some people love it. There's always some kind of human being that is perfect for a certain job. It's weird how that works. And also, no matter what job you're doing, we are all in the wellness business. No matter what it is. A plumber, a lawyer, a doctor, a concrete layer, absolutely everything out there is all for a well-being, for someone. People build roads, that creates wellness because we can travel, we can get to places faster with a good road. A lawyer can be very helpful. It's how we do the jobs that matters. But every single job is all about wellness. Teaching, construction. You want people living in great homes. So if that helps you, maybe the first why of me asking the question, and now you realize what meditation is, and maybe you're gonna meditate. Maybe you'll agree with me on the education. Maybe you'll agree with me with the survival and procreation, that every tool we build, that life cannot be just about survival and procreation. Maybe you'll have a resonance with the idea that how our consciousness is what we will produce. Maybe you'll have a resonance on understanding that where you live right now, time, place, and circumstances, that you need to change them, and it's possible to change it. Maybe you'll resonate with the idea that we're all in the wellness business. Maybe you hated your job, but now you view it completely differently. Maybe you understand okay, what I do creates wellness for others. Maybe I'm building cars in a factory, maybe pieces, and it doesn't seem overall as great. But in general, you're producing cars, whatever it is. Maybe you will have a mind shift of some sort because of the things that I shared. And that will, if one person listens to this and it helps, but that's pretty cool. So that's the video for today. I am back. I'm doing more videos.